We're at 4064 Maplewood. Here we are on the front slope of the property. We came across this shingle here that has wind damage. The tools we're going to be using for this repair work is our new shingle. We've got our roof hatchet and our roof snake. I'm going to start off by breaking the seal. And when touching these shingles, we're going to keep it well under 45 degrees. We're only going to lift enough to get our snake tool underneath so that we can remove the existing nail, remove the existing shingle, and then we'll replace that shingle with the new one. Part of successful repair work is when you're able to complete these steps without causing damage to other parts of the roof. And in this case, we're using the right tools. We're gonna try to use the right amount of finesse, and we're gonna see how the shingles react to our repair. As you can see, the seal is not properly breaking, but for the sake of documentation, I must continue. Couple of tears and a few shingles. Even though we're trying to be careful, the roof itself is reacting this way. This is our already damaged shingle, but as you can tell, there's material transfer in a couple of areas, and we have matte piercing going on as well. Good amount of material transfer. This is one of the areas that has matte piercing and more material transfer. But again, this is the already damaged shingle, but we're gonna install our new shingle. But before I do, I'm gonna point out the material transfer that's left on this bottom shingle here. And this is one complete shingle from here to here. This counts as one shingle. So now I'm gonna grab my new shingle. We're gonna grab our roof snake, put a new nail. And I'm trying to keep this lift as close as I can to the proximity of the height of the roof snake with the nail combined. I'm not trying to lift over 45 degrees. But I can show what a 45-degree angle looks like. So we're lifting about there, just enough to get our snake toe underneath. And we're below 45 degrees. A 45-degree angle would be approximately here. So we're below that. So as you can tell, when we do repairs such as these, it'll compromise the integrity of the roof. We ended up having a couple of shingles with tears. This is one of the shingles that has a tear right here. We had the tears that are happening down here as well on this tab. And we have the case of the material transfer that is showing up here. For example, honestly, every single tab that I had to lift up in order to there's another tear here on this shingle, this tab I meant, but every tab that I had to lift up in order to break the seal so that I could remove the nail has material transfer, even on this bottom row. So it's been 1, 2, and 3 shingles that were compromised in the process. The results for the front slope have been a fail, and the permanent damage that is now occurred on the roof was not there prior to the initiation of the repair, therefore resulting in a complete failure. Perfect example of why the roof would require replacing rather than repairing. And per IRC 908.5, which states aggregate surface materials cannot be reinstalled when damaged, is another good example of why it would require replacing rather than repairing. These have been the results for the front slope. Thank you for your time. GoPro, stop recording.